Okay, what's up, guys? This is going to be for Leo, February 2022, general reading. Let's see what wants to come out here for you. You got the World card in reverse here. This references incompletions, cycles that have yet to kind of wrap up, so to speak, here. On the negative end of the spectrum, possibly not being able to make the grade, not being able to level up to the next, cycle. If you envision kind of growth and production as like this kind of upward positive spin, it might be a sign to, check what systems you're running, to use that metaphor, and what the trajectory is, with the World card in reverse here, where your investments are going with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Page of Pentacles in the upright references an offer or an opportunity. Okay, it's going to be on the straight and narrow, and it might lead to heartbreak. Okay, to some regard here, but that might not be the final picture here. The 7 is offset with the 3 in the upright. That leaves us with the 4 in reverse, needing to meditate, heal, rest, recover. Something that you thought was kind of straight and forward and narrow ended up maybe being a scam or a bad investment is what I'm getting, Leo. So something to keep in mind there. What else can I say? Here? The kind of silver lining is that there is, experience that comes from dealing with, if they're scammers or if they are bad investments, things of this nature. So you do gain experience, which is always very good. And you're learning to be more conservative, possibly, with your investments moving forward. With the 4 of Pentacles in the upright, you're focused on financial security and stability. Let's see. You're wanting to put in place systems that are functional over a long period of time. I think, obviously, ultimately, the goal is to not have to outsource your time to earn an income or a living. That's like very kind of big picture forward thinking. Some people just accept outsourcing their time as their reality. But if you could, manage money markets or where you invest your money as a means of outsourcing your time, then you could really kind of big picture momentous construct a world around you where the money's doing the work, and that kind of vacuum sealed package of money, which time is money, that vacuum package seal of time is doing the work for you, as opposed to you having to continuously outsource different times in your life. That's what we do, Monday through Friday, if you're working a traditional 9 to 5. So, it's interesting. Now we would call that passive income. Passive income, maximum amount of profitability for least amount of effort. Of course, and any and all that's ethical and legal. And then, ultimately, I think the big picture goal is to construct a life where, your debts are paid, you're not outsourcing your time, your money's on the market for you, and you could come to and fro and live the life that you want, have the people that you want around you, and, whatever. Go through your own kind of spiritual chasms. I don't know why the word chasm is there, but the word chasm, it's almost as if you have to work both the bottom line of your spirituality and the top line of your spirituality. You have to work the moonlight and the sunlight. You have to work the yin and the yang, the on and the off. They're diametrically opposed, which is cool. And I think that those are the kind of waves and the frequencies and the cycles that we move in and out of. And it's constant refinement. And I think a part of that constant refinement is putting down extra work and burdens. It could be that you're running at, RPMs within your mentality, within your psyche. That costs resources. Okay, but if you could find a window of opportunity where you don't have to run such high, RPMs, the window of doubt is thus presented and opened as well. Human beings are superstitious creatures. We want to have a narrative or a rhyme and a reason for everything because, again, we're constantly trying to refine and improve. That could be a double-edged sword at times. So just something to keep in mind here. You want to, if you are someone that's tending to a narrative or having to put a spin on certain instances, then, obviously it may cost resources to have to put a spin on something as well. If we're being real. Some could say, if left to like a base interpretation, maybe that's not conducive for life. And so some crop that you're growing, or a field or a garden, it does require a resource. But we live in like a plentiful world of resource. So that's also a matter of depiction and perspective and perception. So the Nine of Pentacles is a very beautiful interpretation of that as well, where you are in a garden of financial freedom and independence, and you do actually acquire and accomplish this state. You emerge despite all the kind of interpolations and incarnations and intervals and interpretations and cycles, and because you use your vision here. Okay, so something very fascinating to keep in mind, Leo. Without all the bells and whistles, you're able to kind of pick up and carry up your baseline. Now, with this is a lot of weeding out with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. Much is getting weeded out. Chagrined is a word that comes to mind, much to someone or many's chagrin. Tower in reverse is salvageability, being able to use every part of the buffalo. Okay. Having good kind of efficacy, efficiency. So that you don't have to worry with the Nine of Swords in the upright. Okay, but you could rather run this system here. The Two of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Excuse me, Leo. Just a little short and sweet one. Appreciate your viewership. Reach out for one-on-one reading. Love you guys lots. And power to you. Okay, on to the next Virgo.